So this month so far, I have the privilege of signing up 14 UBTs total, and I will tell you exactly how I did it verbatim, word for word, step by step. Okay. First of all, I always assume the sale. Why? Because I know for a fact this is going to change their lives for the better. Our energy is contagious. If I'm scared and apprehensive, they will feel that. But if I'm excited for them and I cannot wait for them to feel better, they will feel that. So I always assume the sale. I know that this is going to change their life, and I know they're going to sign up. If not that first time we're chatting, at some point I know that they will. So know that and believe it. I also write down the month and the weeks, week 1, 2, 3, 4, generally even week 5, because that's how it works a lot of times with Purium. And I have 3 spots because I always for sure want to have my 3 UBTs per week. That's my goal. And I write them down, and I write down the date that I signed them up and the date that the smart orders coming out, just so I can keep track of everybody. I don't want them to get lost in the shuffle. I want to give them good customer service, like Leslie teaches us, that keeps customer retention. Okay. Every single person I talk to, I write it down in a funnel. I write it down on a potential customer list, because we are 42% chance more likely to hit a goal when we put it on paper. So I always write it down. And I know to circle back with them. Again, that avoids my letting them slip through the cracks. I love doing a poll on social media because that gets lots of interaction. And there will never be a no option in that poll because I'm not manifesting negative Nellies. It will be, yes, I'm interested. Yes, I'm curious. Send info, send the replay. It'll always be something to the effect of reach out to me, call me, something like that. And everyone who clicks on that, there's a huge funnel of more prospects. We have a quality problem of so many people who need this. It really is amazing how many people out there desperately need this. And it's a fun job to be involved in their health journey. So we have a Zoom. Sonia and I do a Zoom every single week. And if you're doing a Zoom every single week for the transformation, fantastic. If you're not, go to your upline crown. They no doubt are. If they're not, Dave and Amy do a call every single week. Talk about that on your Instagram. Talk about how exciting this program is, how good you're feeling, and if they want to learn more, there's a Zoom coming up. Just plug them into somebody's transformation Zoom, either your upline or Dave and Amy's that they generously do every single week. All right? And then put the poll, I'll be there, send replay. I do this every single week. So they hear it over and over and over again because you know how many exposures it takes before somebody starts paying attention on social media. You have to be consistent. I've been doing this every week for 4 years now.
Hanson.
Thank you, Leslie. And I'll get into the verbiage of exactly what I say to them next. But as far as the no's, the negative Nellies, what if I'm shut down? I don't have time for that. That does not zap my energy. It is their loss. If it's not for them, it does not hurt my feelings. It's not personal. Either the timing is wrong. They're going through something. Maybe they're already finishing a program that they already started. Who knows what the scenario is? But it's not a personal insult to me if it's a no. That would never get me down. That would not discourage me. I know that when they eventually do this, and they always do, it will change their lives for the better. I know that. So the busier you stay, the busier you are, the less time you're going to have for any self-doubt.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what do I say? Whenever they click on that, I use their name, of course. You have to make it personal. Hey, Susie Q, if you did this program that we're talking about in this Zoom, would you be looking for gut support, hormone balance, or weight loss? It's what I say every single solitary time. I must have said it thousands of times. If it's a guy, hey, Susie Q, if you did this program, would you be looking for gut support, hormone balance, or weight loss? If it's a guy, I'll say, hey, Michael, if you did this program, would you be looking for more energy, better sleep, or weight loss? Wait for them to respond because I'm not going to overload them with a long text. Just a short and sweet. Less is more. They always write back all of the above. or they choose one of them, but generally it's all of the above. Actually, all of the above. Okay, then I say, may I send you a video that explains how it works? Because we all have a replay of our favorite transformation video, our transformation Zoom. We all have a replay of that. May I send you a video that explains how it works? And I would love to get your feedback. I'm free tomorrow at 12 or 2. What's better for you? I'll say that again. May I send you a video that explains how it works? And I'm free tomorrow to get your feedback at 12 or 2. What's better for you? Always say yes, and then they pick a time. Yes, that sounds great. And tomorrow at 12. Okay. As soon as I send that message, I take the earlier time that I offer them and I just write in my calendar as a tentative appointment. Why? Because again, it's more likely going to happen if I write it down, and I might forget to check that text. I might forget to check for their response. So I always put the earlier option down as a tentative appointment in my calendar. And then the next day, you already know, anyone who's following these Zooms, I write my schedule out and I have them all written down. Oh, 12 o'clock, it's time to check in on Susie Q. I open my Instagram, whether she responded or not, I'll just straight up call her. We all have the option to call somebody on Instagram. If they answer, I'll say, hey, Susie Q, it's Melissa. I wrote you down in my calendar to circle back. Did you get a chance to watch that video? They did. Awesome. What did you love about it? They tell me I like how easy it is. I love that this isn't a diet. I love this. I love that. Me too. And I'm telling you, this is what I say every single time. So tell me more about yourself. How's your energy if 10 was perfect? Oh, geez, out of 6. How's your sleep? Are you getting a good 8 hours? I'm lucky if I get 5. Oh man, that's terrible. And I just go through all the pain points. How's your digestion? Do you deal with a lot of bloating? Yes, terrible bloating. Brain fog, the worst. Headaches? Yep, I deal with headaches. Any joint pain, neck, shoulders, lower back? And I'm rapid fire taking notes. Every detail they give me, I'm taking really detailed notes because I care about them and I want to track their journey. How many cups of coffee are you having? Sometimes 5. 5? Okay. Have you been able to give up gluten and dairy yet? I'm working on it. Okay. You know what? You watched that video. You saw how easy it is. What are your thoughts on trying it? Yes, I need it. Okay. In that case, let's get you rolling. Okay. So we're going to get to that. So at this point, the person says, after getting all the intel, and Sonia always says, you're making the close while they're talking, not while you're talking. It's less about what we say and it's more about allowing them to talk, because people rarely have a sincere, compassionate listening ear. Okay, so the more you ask them, the better. Now, once at the end of all that, I said, so what are your thoughts on trying this? They're like, yes, I need it. How do I do it? You know what? I'm going to take care of you. And then I say, what is the best email address for you? What is the best shipping address? What card would you like to use? Okay, fantastic. Let me repeat that back. Blah, blah, blah. I repeat it all back. Now, would your husband be doing this with you? You know what? I think he might. Okay, perfect. What's his email address? What's his phone number? Perfect. And the card and the address is the same? Got it. Perfect. All right. You're going to get this in about 10 to 15 days. You're absolutely going to love it. I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you for doing this for yourself. People love the attaboys. They love the positive reinforcements. I'm so proud of you for doing this for yourself. What we recommend for best results is giving your body a solid 90 days. When you give your body that 90 days to balance your hormones, balance your gut health, release the weight, it's amazing what a shift you're gonna make. And then after that, we'll talk about transitioning you maybe to a maintenance program of 1 meal replacement per day. But we're going to talk through your entire journey. We're going to stay in touch, okay? How does that sound? Good? Okay, perfect. I'm excited for you. So that's it. That's the close. That's the verbiage I use. And to get more UBTs, because that's what this call is about, I always say, before I let you go, who can you think of? Who can you think of that's dealing with some arthritis, fibromyalgia, autoimmune issues? Oh, geez, everyone I know. Isn't it terrible? You gotta just like draw them out. I know, isn't it awful? How about in particularly arthritis? Oh, my Aunt Susan, yeah, her arthritis is terrible. What about fibro? Oh, my sister-in-law, she has terrible fibro. I'm taking notes. I'm writing down their names. And then I say, I'm going to put you in my referral program. Every friend and family member that you connect with me, I'm personally going to send you $30 for each referral who orders. How does that sound? Oh, that sounds great. And to make it even easier, I'm going to give you a copy and paste that you can connect us with. I did this yesterday with a woman, and I said, do you know how to do a three-way text? I think so. I wasn't going to assume she knows how to do it. Okay, open your text right now. See in the right-hand corner, that little square? Click on that. You put in me and you put in Aunt Susie and you connect us. And I'm going to give you a copy and paste. Oh, that's how you do it. Exactly. So I do everything I can. I like milk all the UBTs I can out of this person. And I say, and it's going to be so fun to do this with your friends and family. It's really nice to have accountability partners. Okay, I'll stop there because I know it's a lot of information. You can actually make husbands and wives separate UBTs now. Okay, so first we'll chat about I think it was Tabitha said, what do you say in that three-way text template you're giving them to connect me? What I will say something really easy. I'll send them, hey, Melissa, this is my sister, Karen. She's dealing with some arthritis. Could you tell her a little bit about this program? And then I'll make a space so it doesn't look like a run-on sentence. And I'll make a new paragraph that says, Karen, this is my friend, Melissa. She just shared a program with me and I'm excited to get started. Something short and sweet, just a connection. As soon as they connect me, I take it from there. Something little, really basic.
You guys can do this in all sorts of ways for referrals, whether this is off a call or a lead or whatnot. Hey, Tammy, I just started a new program, super excited about it, and I thought of you and think you might get some value. And the woman who's helping me is Melissa, and then I give a space as well. Melissa, this is my cousin Tammy. You and I were talking about her. I want you to give her the information. All right, so you make those, that's all she's saying here is that you're making a three-way introduction. Don't go off on multiple paragraphs. It's super simple.
And if they had just so many, I would say, would you be interested in having your own gift codes so you can make some extra cash with this, or would you rather send them to me? Almost always, and I totally understand this mindset, almost always they say, I would rather send them to you for now. I want to try it myself first. And I say, I totally respect that. I understand that you want to experience yourself first. But what will happen is you will love it and you will be sharing this. So if it gets to the point that you want your own gift codes so you can make some extra cash, you're always welcome to do that. Okay, that sounds good. It's a no pressure thing. It's just a win-win either way. Okay, sometimes it happens that they don't answer. What I will do is say, hey, Susie Q, I had you on my phone as a tentative call. Does tomorrow at 12 work better for you? And then tomorrow I will try calling her at 12. I did this 3 times in a row with one specific woman. And yesterday she actually answered. And she said, I am so sorry. I have been taking care of my mom. There you go. That's why we don't take it personal. She's a caretaker for her mom. People are busy. So I never come at this with desperation. I come with compassion and patience because I know that they're just as busy as all of us.
All right, super
Now,
good.
somebody else in the chat asked, do strangers really give you their card? Remember, I'm no longer a stranger to them because they listen to me every dang day while they're making their coffee, while they're putting their kids to bed. They have been listening to me, many of them, for years. I'm like their daughter. I'm like their sister. So if you're consistent enough, they don't look at you as a stranger. They look at you as an authority, as somebody who really knows what they're talking about because you're so consistent. Every single day you're sharing something. And the more consistent you are, then yes, they will share their entire life story with you. And yes, they will give you their card, just like they give it to random Instagram accounts that pop up with a favorite dress that they didn't know they needed until it popped up. So yes, they will give you their info, you will take care of them, and you're going to stay in touch with them, and they're going to have a beautiful experience. Now the price, let's talk about the price. So what I say, I'll say in review, when I'm done with everything, let me repeat. Okay, so for 23 Collins Ave, card number, middle initial, okay, I got all that right? Perfect. In review, what you are getting is 2 meal replacements per day, the cherry before bed, and a full parasite cleanse. This breaks down to $12 a day, It's going to save you on groceries. It's going to save you time, and you're going to love it. The total is $360, and it should get there in 10 to 15 days. I'm going to send you a simplified schedule so you can know exactly what you're doing. This is my number. You call me anytime you have any questions. So confident and excited at that point because of my confidence and excitement for them.
Okay, so I want you to go over that one more time, slowly.
In review, what you are going to get is 2 meal replacements per day and the cherry before bed and a full parasite cleanse. This breaks down to $12 a day, covering 2 meals per day. So it's $360 total, free shipping, and it should get to you in about 10 to 15 days. I'll send you a simplified schedule. You have my number. We're going to stay in touch the whole time.
So that's how you talk about money. I was the same way. I was very offensive with it.
And I like to say 10 to 15 days because sometimes on the East Coast, it will take up to 2 weeks to get there. Let's not set them up for being upset. Be real. Hey, it's going to take 10 to 15 days, but this is good because it's going to give you a little time to clear out your cabinets of the junk. You can give them the upside of that to mentally prepare them.
Wow, we're good.
I think it's really crucial to talk real briefly on that smart order because sometimes we get so busy that we forget to mark our calendar, and then they get the smart order and they didn't even open the first one. So it's crucial. Mark your calendar out. If they live on the East Coast, I'm personally going to mark out 10 days. Check in on Beth and John, see if their program came in. I'll mark my calendar to do that. And then I always, without fail, if I know that the smart order is coming out on the 15th of next month, I will check in on them 5 days before that. I just will. And I'll just say, how are you doing? I have all my notes. How's your left knee pain? Has that gotten any better? Is the bloating better? How's your energy? Oh, I'm so happy to hear it. That's fantastic. Now, what will I say? I'll be specific with my questions so they really feel like, dang, this girl was listening. This is not some generic, how's your energy? I'll be like, oh, how's your left frozen shoulder? I'll be real specific. We took those notes for a reason. And then I'll say, are you loving the convenience of the 2 meal replacements? I know, it's great, isn't it? So just as a reminder, the 15th, your second order is coming out, so you won't have to skip a beat. Okay, fantastic. You must have that conversation with them. Because when I get these last minute, so-and-so got their second order and they didn't even open their first order. I'm like, they didn't open their first order. Did you ever call them? No, I was afraid. What were you afraid of? Now, of course, they're disappointed. You must have good customer service. It's why we're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is part of our job. We have to check in on them, make sure they're having a beautiful experience. And I cannot emphasize that enough. Mark your calendar. Have some type of system. I have it all written out in my notes, so I know what dates they're coming out. Remember, each week I have my 3 UBT, 3 UBT, 3 UBT. So I'm checking in on these people. I know their start date. I know when the next one comes out because it's all marked. It's all cataloged. We have to do that or we can make ourselves crazy. We don't want people, we want people to love this experience. That's why we're going to get referrals because they love it so much. And we've taken such good care of them. And Michelle Burdine said, if we give up on them, they give up on themselves. And that's the truth, especially in the beginning. But if you check in on them and they're like, oh, they feel like, oh my gosh, they feel like they have a real health coach and a real accountability partner who really cares about them. And we do care about them. We do want for them to have a beautiful experience. So yes, you must mark your calendar for the customer service practice. At the time of enrollment, I say you're really going to have the best results giving your body that 90-day window on this program with the 2 meal replacements per day. That's going to give you the best results to balance your hormones, balance your gut health, really release that 35 pounds or whatever they specifically said. I repeat their verbiage. To really release that 35 pounds and get a handle on that, blah, 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 their pain points, you're really going to want to give your body that 90-day window. Once you've released that weight and you're happy with how your clothes fit, then we're going to transition you down to 1 meal replacement per day for long-term success. How does that sound? Sounds great. That sounds great. It makes a lot of sense. My specific verbiage is for the best results, we suggest doing 90 days of this, blah, blah, blah. And I say, how does that sound? They say yes. Remember, I'm giving them a phone call. So even if it was lost in translation and they were giving me half an ear, I'm still checking in on them to remind them that their next one is coming out, and they're getting an email, but not everyone checks their emails. So that's why it's crucial you check in on them to remind them that it's coming out.
Okay, what else we got going
Now,
on?
somebody mentioned which video do I send them? That's your personal choice. We have a zillion to choose from. They're all recorded. They all give a little something different. So just look through all of the recordings that we have in your boards app. See which ULT Zoom you like the most, or if your personal team does one every week, see which one resonates with you the most. I have my favorites. Everyone has their favorites. Now, sometimes, Leslie, somebody might say, okay, I'm going to do this, but my husband only wants to do 30 days. Maybe we've experienced that where they understand the value of 90 days, but their husband just wants to do 30 days. Maybe he doesn't want to get on Smart Order. What I will say is I'm going to set up his Smart Order for now because it's going to lock in his 25% savings and his double points. And chances are he's going to want to continue. But I'm marking my calendar, and you and I will talk before that happens. Okay? So right now you're only being charged for your first month. So I'm letting them know that I'm setting them up because I want them to have the biggest savings. I want them to have the double points, and chances are he's going to want to stay on it.
Yep.
I'm very specific with letting them know I will check in on them. It's not like they're going to have some surprise order that they didn't want.
I always say, hey, look, I get it. If the timing's not right, I would always say, when the timing's right, I'll always be here for you. Bam, I'm on to the next person. How long are your calls?
30 minutes maximum. People will take your ear for 2 hours. Don't let them. Time is precious. 30 minutes max.
And how do you bring a call to a close?
Sign them up.
No, I know, but let's say someone's, okay, but in reality, for the millions of calls we've actually done, okay, someone's going off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Someone's going off on a health tangent.
I'll say, you know what? That's a great question. I have another call in 2 minutes. Why don't we reconnect Thursday at blank? And then I'll just have to make it as tight as possible next time if we've got to talk around our hands. Just a couple of bullet points. There's just some takeaways. Don't give up on people. And even if they're not interested for now, that's okay. You're still in the friendship zone with them. They're still going to watch. They're still going to listen. And when they're ready, like I said, they know where to go as long as we're consistent. Don't take it personal. If it's no for now, that's okay. People are busy. People appreciate that we care. They really do appreciate our sincerity. And you can't fake that. You just can't. And then come from a place of love and compassion, not from desperation and frustration. Make this business so much fun.
Melissa puts in the hours. And Melissa, you have office hours and you are consistent with your business, correct?
100%. None of this happens by mistake. There is hustle. There is serious hustle involved with this business.
How do you train people who only have part-time hours? You have full-time hours now, or as many hours as you choose to now. How do you train your people with part-time hours?
Yes, I tell them to be very specific with the allotted time that they have and make sure that time is making phone calls, not getting stuck in the scroll hole. Because scrolling through Instagram can be a colossal waste of time and a waste of brain matter. So I was talking to a gal today. Her and her husband have a full-time business, and she has limited time. And she's really desperate to get to this certain rank. And I said, how many calls do you plan on making today? If she said 5, I was going to say make it 10. If she said 10, I would say make it 15, whatever. And she said, I plan on making 15 calls today. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, girlfriend. And she already has 8 UBTs so far. I was like, that right there is going to get you where you want to go. So make your time count. Be very diligent with the little pockets of time that you have.
I hope you're looking at Melissa and thinking, I can do that. And you could start today and say what she said. And I hope you notice her posture or attitude, synonym, her posture, her consistency, her focus outward, the joy that she gets in this, the service that lights her up, helping other people. I mean, it's so much more than her skill. And yet she has mastered the skill through practice and consistency. She's got it all. And each and every one of you have the ability through consistency, part-time hours, to master the skill and the attitude.
I would really love to just bring on Melissa now. What's the consensus? What are your insights on the ULT Plus performance, and even more so, just 90-day results with your customers?
I think it's a good reminder for everyone to remember that we didn't get to where we're at overnight, so things aren't going to change overnight. And I love the concept that this beautiful organic nutrition company, Purium, is encouraging us to really stick to a 90-day window, initially right out of the gate of the 2 meal replacements per day. That is going to make the biggest significant change that we're looking for and help us get the results that we're looking for with our gut health, with our energy, with everything. And the performance pack is such an incredible bang for your buck. You know, I usually go straight for the standard transformation with 2 meal replacements per day. But I'm always surprised by those that say, well, I do like to work out. Maybe I do need the extra support because I put it out there as an option. And it's true. Why not have the extra hydration, the extra protein, the extra support to knock out the lactic acid? And when I say protein, I mean this plant-based protein, because a high animal protein diet creates more uric acid, which speeds up the aging process. I don't know about you, but I'm not looking to speed up the aging process. It creates more lactic acid in our body. It causes more inflammation in our body. We want a quick recovery time. And that's what this program provides for us. So I have clients that are into CrossFit, that are athletes, and then I have those that they just love hitting the gym for their mental well-being, for their emotional well-being. It's therapy, isn't it? So this program is fantastic for everyone, broad spectrum. I'm slightly obsessed with it. As you can see, like, you can't fake this. And I also love the bang for the buck. It's less than $20 a day, covering your breakfast, your lunch, your pre-workout, your post-workout. There's so much nutritional support there. And people are spending that on some toxic, greasy, fried lunch going through drive-through because they're in a rush somewhere. I mean, it truly is a no-brainer. I'm really, really passionate about this program for everyone. I'm going to say it's a combo platter, mostly women and then men, of course. And of course, men always have the fastest results, don't they? It really annoys the wives because they initially don't even want to do it. And then the wives try it. The husband tries it. He likes it. So he orders one and then he drops weight right away. So I always tell everyone getting started, look, everybody's body is different. Men generally drop weight faster than women because all fat is metabolized in muscle. Men have more muscle than women, hence faster metabolisms. Women, you have your hormones you got to juggle and balance out. So just trust the process. Let your body do what it needs to do. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. And when I have that convo prepping them, then they're not as bitter when they drop 5 pounds and their husband drops 10. I say, just trust the process, keep going, but they love it. Honestly, everyone I chat with, they're surprised because they are coming initially for weight loss for the most part. But when I check in on them, weight loss, it's not even on top of mind anymore. They're not even thinking about that. They tell me, I can't believe I can lift weights and my joints don't hurt. I'm getting out of bed in the morning before my alarm clock. My brain fog is gone. Would you believe I don't have sugar cravings anymore? And they're going on and on with all these non-scale victories. And then they're like, oh yeah, and I dropped 8 pounds. I'm like, it's only been 3 weeks. That's huge. That's very significant. Do you even know what 2 pounds looks like in a visual? Google it. It's a significant amount. And they're like, yeah, I'm really happy about this. So it's so much fun. It's so gratifying. It's so rewarding. I love hearing the testimonials. And then what I'll do is I will take a picture off of their Facebook or off their Instagram. And then I'll put the top 3 bullet points, 3 or 4 bullet points that they just shared with me. And I'll send it to them. And I'll say, do you mind if I share this on my Instagram feed? It'll only be up for 24 hours. They always give me a thumbs up. And then a lot of times they end up reposting it. And then their friends and family are interested and other people are interested. So the ball just keeps rolling and the group is getting bigger and bigger, which is beautiful because anything we can do to get people away from the fast food and onto this superfood nutrition is life-changing. I like to think of it as honestly life-saving, truly. The retainment. I feel the more I check in on people, the longer they stay on the program. They feel catered to, truly cared for. I was speaking to a woman yesterday and she said, I had to get on this program from this other doctor a couple of years ago, but just to see her was $900 just to see her before getting the program from her. And she wasn't getting check-in phone calls. She wasn't being commended or congratulated. And that's something people get from us for free. That mentoring, the coaching, the accountability aspect, that's what's going to keep them going. I always tell my friends who start the business with me, if they feel like you give up on them, they give up on themselves. But if you check in on them, you're going to have a happy client for a really long time and you're going to have referrals. So really checking in on them and making sure they're having a beautiful experience is very, very important. Okay, so my friend Sonia, who introduced this to me 4 years ago, she had her own Facebook group, but then my group got so big and we don't want people to get lost in the shuffle that Sonia encouraged me to make a new Facebook group. And then I have business partners who their group of clientele got so big that I encouraged them to make their own Facebook groups. So now they have these cozy, safe groups where they can share in and feel like they're not lost in the shuffle, right? And they share their experience and they share their questions. And I do monitor it. I never want a negative Nelly in there. So it is a safe space. There's no bullies. It's just really kind, compassionate people cheering each other on. Because not everybody who starts this program has the support at home that they would like, but they have it with us. So they have that Facebook support group. That's beautiful. And then we also have a weekly check-in. Every Monday, I go over the program real quick, short, 10 minutes or less. And then I ask for experiences. And we get lots of 2-minute or less. I always ask them to keep it 2 minutes or less so we can keep it rolling because everyone has short attention spans, right? So everyone shares their experience. And those who are listening for the first time, they're like, gosh, maybe this can help my mom. Maybe this can help my husband. Well, maybe this can help me. So the more they hear these experiences, facts tell, stories sell. So when they hear the stories, they get even more excited. So I think that's powerful. So the Facebook support group, the Monday check-in, and I know that Dave and Amy also do a weekly call for this, which is great. And what else do we have? We always encourage our business partners who are working this with us to share consistently on your Instagram. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. I cannot tell you, friends, how many people reach out to me and say, I have been listening to you talk about this for 4 years. 4 years I'm ready. And it makes me so happy because I have been consistent. They knew exactly where to go when they were ready. Sometimes it's timing. And it doesn't hurt my feelings if they're not ready when I'm chatting with somebody. That's not about me. It's just something in their life right now. It's just not the right time. So we do encourage everybody, keep sharing on your story, keep sharing your story, share other testimonials from friends in your group and your clients, because you never know who it's going to resonate with. You never know who needs to hear it at that time. So sharing on social media, even if it's not in their comfort zone, just doing it. And then especially if it's not in their comfort zone, there will be other friends that are like, wow, well, if grandma so-and-so can do it, maybe I can do it. And if Susie Q, who I know is an extreme introvert, can do it, maybe I can do it. So everyone should be sharing consistently.
What do you see? I mean, you've helped how many thousands of people in your organization at this point have you seen come through these products? And
I think this month will be 19,000.
Wow.
No, it's crazy. It's so
an
nuts.
incredible reach. What is the general consensus? What would you say your attainment is, and why are people sticking with it?
I think people are sticking with it for the simplicity. I don't know anyone who's not busy. Everybody is busy. People are overworked. They have so many obligations. For families, most of the time, it seems like the husband and the wife are both working full time. They're just busy. So they love the convenience and the simplicity of this program. I think that's what keeps them on track. And of course, the energy. They didn't realize that they were going to have such a boost in their energy and they can't go back. One client said, I feel like Superman. I can't give this up.
you were a massage therapist for 20 years. You were doing meal plans, wellness retreats. Purium found you. You fell in love with the products and then the business, but that is really not the real story here. What you created, Melissa, is quite literally a legacy, and you created an obsession with serving people in this way and bringing them this kind of freedom. So would you say more, particularly starting with your mom and then expand from there into, your business of this lifestyle, making it your business? Yeah.
I'd love to. So initially, what got me into health and wellness was trying to help my mom, because she struggled for 20 years with debilitating Lyme disease. Anyone who knows somebody who struggles with Lyme knows that the symptoms are endless. The doctors will give you depression medication, diverticulitis medication, chronic fatigue medication, fibromyalgia. We could go on for days. My mom didn't want all of those medications. That wasn't the answer, but she struggled without answers for many, many years. When Purium found me, Sonia found me on Instagram sharing what I love to, I was telling my mom, just eat like this, just follow my Instagram, have all your girlfriends follow my Instagram. And I just started sharing recipes. And Sonia saw me sharing every day. And she said, why don't you share this? It's exactly what you're doing anyways. You're already sharing healthy organic nutrition, just share this. And she was right. So I started sharing this. Of course, I got my family on it right away, and we all felt so much better. Everything improved. Too many non-scale victories to even list, but I'll give you a couple. Okay, my hormonal acne disappeared. My digestion got better. My mom's energy got better. Her brain fog got better. And when you have Lyme disease, brain fog is a big one. Her joint pain started to go away. Like, we started feeling so stinking good. And then every Friday I was getting a check in the mail, and here's this epiphany. Wait, I don't have to carry my heavy massage table out of my car, up the stairs, down the West Wing to massage till late at night. I can actually work this business from my couch with my latte and my sweatpants. This is amazing. So I said, Sonia, I don't think I'm going to do retreats or massages anymore. I'm just going to do Purium. She was so happy. She's like, yay, let's go. So we really started putting my energy into this instead of having it diluted into so many different other endeavors, right? And then a year into this business, my mom found out, sadly, that she actually had stage 4 HER2 positive breast cancer, really aggressive, really bad. It was really all over her body at that point. And so because of this business, I was able to grab a ticket. I didn't even look at the price. I didn't even wonder or care how long I was going to be gone. I just went there the very next day from California to Boston to be with my mom, went to those scary doctor appointments with her and my dad. And sometimes in the Western medical field, some people are bullies, and she was bullied. And it wasn't a nurturing, caring experience. It was a sad, scary, almost like a mean experience. And she came home so defeated. And I was like, Mom, this is your body. You do whatever you want. So she chose to do the holistic road. And that gave her probably 19 to 20, 21, 22. That gave her 3 more quality years that she would not, mark my words, she would not have survived another 3 years with chemo and radiation. She wouldn't have been strong enough for it. She was too petite, too sick already. And she had a quality of life that nobody would have even believed she was sick. She was going to the beach. We were living our best life ever. And we shared the journey, and it was inspiring a lot of people, because many people are in this situation, to take hold of their health. And I'm just so grateful that this business allowed her to have that quality of life, allowed us to spend time with her. It allowed me to retire my husband, Justin, from his electrical business so that we could be together with my mom. I helped her build a Purium business. That business in turn pays for the mortgage of the home that we got her down in Florida, 5 minutes from the ocean, in a gated community, so she can be in the warm sunshine with the palm trees. And it's just an easier place to heal when it's warm out and sunny out. And her Purium income still to this day, even though she's no longer with us, it still pays for that, if you can believe it. And so now my dad's going to retire and work this business with me. And so it goes on, and it's just a beautiful gift that everybody deserves. So I'm so passionate about sharing this business with everyone, because you never know when you're going to need it. So to have it now, start building it now, even as a little side hustle, is such a smart idea. And then when the time comes, you have this business. So it's truly been a gift in so many ways. We can go on forever about it.
Part of my curiosity is, what did Sonia say to you? And how can people in the field that are listening that may have a favorite influencer that they just know this would fit with, or a mentor or somebody that maybe they're shy about approaching, what tips can you give us for breaking through that?
Well, you know what Sonia taught me early on? She said, not everybody's an influencer, so find an influencer. Not everybody's a doctor, so find a doctor. Not everyone's a mom, so find a mom. Find what you aren't and build your team that way. And so it's nice to have a broad spectrum of everyone. I will say this, those who work hardest at this business are moms, because they know how to multitask and they have hustle like no other. And I find women in their 50s and 60s, because they have this confidence about them that's so powerful and beautiful. They don't care what anyone thinks. They're smart. They're well read, because they've done so much research for their own health journey for the most part. And so I love finding women that are like 50s, 60s, and then those who are even in their 70s, because they're saying, my retirement isn't covering what I would like for it to cover. And they have extra time where they can work this, and they sure as heck know a lot of people. So that's what I like looking for. But of course, we can't prejudge. We have to share this with everyone. You never know who it's going to be perfect for. So now, how did Sonia initially reach out to me? She initially started with the business, but like I mentioned, I had so many irons in the fire. I couldn't imagine adding something to my plate. So she went back into the friendship zone, which is very, very important to do. Don't just cold call an influencer and then get your feelings hurt if they don't comment back. These people are busy and they're probably hit up all the time. So build a relationship so that you're actually a real person to them. Build the rapport, compliment what they're doing, say what you like about what they're doing, ask them questions about what got them started. If they can tell that you're just trying to sell them something, they're not interested. But if you sincerely care about what they're doing and you draw them out, now you're building that rapport, you're building the relationship. That really goes for all of our prospects. And then so when Sonia shared this with me, like I said, the timing wasn't right for the business, but I did love the products. She was right there. She said, it's all organic. It's the cleanest ever. And so when I started using it, I was like, wow, I can't believe how good this tastes. There's no sugar added. It's so stinking clean. This is amazing. So I started sharing it on Instagram. And that's when she was like, hold up. If you're sharing on Instagram, you really, really should join the business, because you can be making an extra income. I was like, okay, why not? I didn't understand the epicness of network marketing. I never wrapped my head around the power of this business model. And so when I said, wait, is this like a doTERRA thing? And she's like, yes, it's network marketing. I was like, oh, okay. Still being clueless. I'm like, sure, maybe I should join the business. So because I was so open and coachable and like, just tell me what to do, because I've never done this before. I don't exactly know what to do. I think that helps. So for anyone getting started, if you're very coachable and you just do what your mentor says, you'll have faster success. And so that's what I did. Sonia said, you should do Zooms. I'm like, I don't know how. And she's like, you can do it. And then she's like, you should open a Facebook. And I've never had a Facebook, so I did it. She's like, you should make a support group. So I did it. Anything she told me to do. She's like, you should do a Zoom every week. I was like, what if nobody shows up? She's like, even if one person shows up, do it anyways. It'll build your confidence. It's practice. And I'm like, you're right. So I just did everything she said. And she's amazing. She was so patient. And every time I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't understand, she would say, never apologize. The more you ask me questions, the faster you're going to learn. So I love when you reach out to me with questions. Of course, all of us who are now currently working this business understand that. We love when our new brand partners are like, hey, sorry, how many UBTs do I need? What do I need again? Da-da-da. Because they're learning and they're little sponges, and they're going to grow their business faster, AKA help more people. And so it just fills our cup in so many aspects. I think that's really important you mentioned that, because I didn't just open up an Instagram and then have all of these customers. I have been really mentoring all of these people for years. for free with nothing to offer for them to purchase, no actual program for them to buy, right? So I mean, many years, people were listening day after day after day after day. So when that month of December 2018, I simply said, we are all doing a program. We're going to start on the 13th because it's a Monday. And this is going to help us navigate our way through the holiday season. I think like 134 people ordered themselves. Like they clicked on the link and ordered. That's not normal. I tell everyone that's not normal. It's only because I had already been mentoring and coaching and sharing so consistently for a long time. So I tell everyone that I work with, just keep sharing. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. Be consistent. That's the most important thing. So that's why I had such an explosion right out of the gate, because I had already built that rapport with everybody. Do this because you love people. And if that's your intention and that's your energy, they feel that. And the more you share, the quicker you will become their sister, like they will look at you as their literal family. People look at me as their daughter who have never met me, or their granddaughter. You know what I mean? Because I'm so consistent, like you said. And it doesn't have to be the perfect background. It's okay if you stutter. Right now, we're at a disgusting kitchen with the roof dilapidated because we just bought a condo we're going to renovate. But we're being real and sharing it. You know what I'm saying? The more real you are, the more they will identify and trust you. So I think that's the most important thing. And then, of course, being consistent, being super consistent. And when people get frustrated with Instagram, I'm not getting any likes. I'm not getting any comments. Nobody's clicking on my poll. I'm like, look, it's free. Stay consistent. Even if you help one person, even if you change one life, isn't that worth it? Just don't give up and stay consistent. And I think it's more powerful working with an influencer with a small sphere of influence than with a massive one. Because with a massive one, they just don't have that connection with their followers. It's not possible. But with the smaller one, they have a tighter connection with their Instagram following.
How do you advise brand partners who have a much smaller number of followers on their social media? Like what would your advice be to them?
Answer every single question. It's social for a reason. So comment back, like what they're doing, draw them out, ask questions, and really ask questions like, what got you into this? Oh, how was your trip in Maine last weekend? Because you just scrolled through their page. If you're really interactive, that will help you grow it faster. And Instagram favors when there's interaction. So the sooner you post something of value and you get comments on it, the more people Instagram will show your post to, right? And of course, if you're doing reels, keep them really short. They love on stories when you do polls. And then Instagram also favors reels right now and carousels more than anything. So just using the free platform and building relationships, because you just never know look, because of Instagram, I connected with Sonia and now all of you. And aren't we all like family?
And I always try to coach my people, at least do something for your business every day. And I'm curious, what are like your top 3 things that you would say you coach people when they're really busy? Like maybe they're moms or they have another job. Where's the focus you
Okay, let's do 4 of the top things that we can tell a super duper busy person. Number 1, they must practice self-care. If they're pouring from an empty cup, and they're depleted, you're just not in the right headspace. You're not in the right emotional space. Take care of yourself first. If that means, what it does mean is do not even look at your phone first thing in the morning. Those emails, those text messages, they're not going anywhere. They will always be there. Take a few minutes to stretch, drink your lemon water, gratitude journal, manifest journal. We're all told to do it. We need to just do it. Why? Because it works. Say what you're grateful for. I'm so grateful for, I finally have more time for myself. I have finally hit this rank and found these wonderful people to work with me, even if it hasn't happened yet. Just do that first thing in the morning. Step 2, I would say, work with those who are showing up. You can't spread yourself too thin and drag people who aren't really working the business, because it's a colossal waste of time and it's exhausting. You got to work with those who are showing up with the Zooms, consistently posting, asking you questions, staying in touch. Work with them. Number 3, get out of management mode and feed yourself first. If you don't feed yourself first, then you don't have anything to give. What does that mean? Call your prospects first before you even work with the team. Does that mean 5 a day? Does it mean 10 a day? Whatever that looks like, but make those calls first. Okay, that was number 3. And then number 4 would be acknowledgements. People will work much harder if they feel appreciated. Give acknowledgements, give shout outs, thank them for whatever they recently did, give a little shout out, and just show appreciation. Gratitude is something, again, you can't put a price tag on, and it makes you feel good too. It makes us feel good when we're nice, right? When we show our appreciation, people will appreciate you more if they feel appreciated. That's all there is to it. And they'll work harder. It really does. It has to be a broad spectrum, and you have to share more of the lifestyle. If there's too many commercials, people will turn the channel. So we have to share the lifestyle. And if our breathing is shallow, our voice is shallow, we're not moving much, our energy will be low. But if we move and stretch, whatever that looks like to you, I love to stretch every single morning. I just feel alive. I really feel like I can bring more value to everybody if I take care of myself first. I personally prefer CrossFit. My husband prefers running. Some people prefer Pilates, whatever it looks like to you, but you must move. That will bring the energy up. And of course, food is energy. Everything. If you eat processed, packaged foods, very low energy. If you eat living superfood nutrition, that brings up our energy. So putting in the nutrition that we all are doing here into our tank from Purium is going to bring our energy to the next level. That's contagious. People will feel a difference. I was with a woman today, second time I met her. She said, I need to get with you with nutrition. Like, she could feel it. She felt the difference in my energy as opposed to others. So when you're living by example, like I said from the beginning, people will know exactly where to go when they're ready to feel better.